Hello everyone, how are you today? My name is Ayodeji Anifuoshi and this is Great Father, Great Husband, and I have someone special again today. What's your name again?
Yemi Anifuoshi.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. We are here again. That's my lovely wife. We are here again, and then we will be continuing our series on the realities of Christian marriage. Don't change it up, just stay there. Welcome back. So today we still continue our series on the realities of Christian marriage, and I hope you enjoyed the first one we had and then the first interview guest that we had. I'm sure that will bless you greatly. So today we're going to be talking about how to manage relationship with your in-laws. This is very important to promote peace in the marriage, and then we'll be sharing our own personal experience, how we're able to cross that hurdle and what's going on currently, with that aspect. And then, we'll be taking like that, and other series we'll be talking about the other part of marriage, reality, the real thing, not just quoting scriptures. And you're supposed to say about that?
Well, when I was going into marriage, I didn't know what to expect from that whole in-law situation. I would say that it wasn't something that I even really prepared for. One of the things that happened right away was that from his perspective, how I saw that he worked with my side of the family, he took up a relationship with my mom and my dad almost immediately. And I would be surprised to hear them on the phone or hear that they had been having conversations without me. And this happened rather frequently. My mom was getting to know him. He was getting to know my mom. He was getting to know my dad. So a lot of conversations, a lot of getting to know. And I was trying to gauge, my mom to see what she thought of him. And she seemed to like him. They would talk for long periods of time, 1 hour, 2 hours. I'm like, what y'all talking about? And so, but that was the first sign that I'm like, okay, this is good, because, for my mom to be able to talk to somebody like a friend, that's exactly kind of how it was. And then when he met the rest of the family, he really took everybody in, like as family. He really went through the effort of adopting them as his brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, and parents. And I really appreciated that. And not only that, he came into our family, and he wasn't like a fly on the wall. He came into the family and he actually made a difference. His presence was felt. Everybody could feel that somebody had joined the family. And there are many instances of that we don't have enough time to go into, but his presence was felt. His presence was very, very much felt in the family. And I think that is what was able to kind of melt the hearts of my siblings towards him, because of course they're like, okay, who is this? What are his intentions pure? I mean, what's good? But I think he was able to win everybody over because he brought value to our family. And since then, it's been that journey. He's continued to just be an encouragement, a source of encouragement, and value, and just really, an addition, a nice addition to our family.
Yeah, just to pick on from where she stopped, I think I've heard this from especially female folks saying that they really don't want their mother-in-law to be alive when they get married. Now, this is my thing. Trust me, every one of us, we have our weaknesses or challenges that people are trying to manage. That's one. Number two is that you can't be bringing something into a place, and I think it depends on how you see it, but you can't be bringing something good into a place and then you will be treated badly. I know it happens some places, but it's not popular. So instead of you focusing on winch hunting your mother-in-law and praying that she doesn't make it alive, but then you get married so that you can have peace. No. Instead of that, look for ways of getting close. I think one thing my father taught me is this growing up. My father said, when they tell you anybody is difficult, don't accept it. When they tell you anybody is not approachable, he told me, don't accept it until you personally, because your person is different from every other person around. So you have a direct dealing with an open heart, you know, not with the mindset of what somebody already said to you, you know, before. So you are dealing with person fresh. And that was how, when I was going to get married with my wife, my plan was that I was going to make, in fact, it was a plan. It wasn't something I was thinking about. It was planned already. I said I was going to make my parent-in-law a friend, a complete friend. Like literally, myself and my mom, we've been on phone for almost 3 hours before. And that 3 hours ended because we wanted to end it. It wasn't because we were tired of talking to ourselves. That was how and even till now, we talk. And the reason is this: on both sides, somebody wants to give their children to live with you. They need to get some trust from you. And how would they get it if there is no interaction, if there is no communication? Because when you talk to people, you are able to gauge their level of intelligence. You are able to know who they are, have an idea of who they are. Like someone like me, when I have conversation with somebody once or twice, I'm able to know who that person is and how that person thinks, and then I'm able to manage it that way. But if I don't have that opportunity, it would not give me enough confidence, and I will be doubting. I'm like, this person, you know. And that's one thing that we need to understand, that parents are looking for. So especially for the man, you know, must be sure that, okay, and also for the woman, they are giving out their daughter to you. They want to be sure that you're going to take care of her. How would they get that confidence from you? How would they be sure that, oh, this young man will take care of our daughter? They need to get it. So don't blame any parents or your in-laws. But I think you can't do anything about how they think about you or what they feel about you. But you can do something about yourself, and it will not indirectly change. Now, before I got married with my wife, my parents-in-law, they've seen a lot of experiences of how a young guy, you know, just like me, would do some funny things, and then they cannot really trust. So that was the experience they had. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault, but they had such experience. So when they say young man like me, and everybody speaks so well of me, you know, doing so well in ministry, and my name is all over here and there, and they're okay, can we really trust this guy? So I now need to do things to gain their trust, to relate, and gaining their trust is not a struggle. It's something that is born out of consistent relationship through regular communication. For my wife, my mom already told me before we got married that she was going to take my wife as our last child. That's my younger sister. That's the way she's going to take her. And obviously, because my mom loves me so much. My mom loves me so much. Trust me, I'm the only son and I'm the last child of my family. So she loves me so much, and because of that, she's like, she doesn't want to struggle with whoever I get married to. But all that she wants, and she's praying that God will help me choose the right person. and she prayed heavily. In fact, she once said that, you know, I wouldn't, if it's one day to get married to the wrong person, then God will scatter the relationship. That was the thing that she prayed. So, but whichever way, so my wife came into the picture, and then my wife also seeing the way I also carry. That's very important. The way I carry my family, the way I relate to my mom especially. So that way she was able to, you know, engage and integrate into that easily. So if you want your spouse to easily, you know, come into your own family, you need to wet the ground. You need to wet the ground. How do you wet the ground? Is the way you have been treating, the way we can see that you treat your family. For example, you can't be calling your family crazy and stupid and you want to get something better from your wife. No. And then when you do that, then your wife too will not be expecting something good as well from the family. So this is the two-way side. What do you think about that?
No, I think it's very important. My mom normally says something. She says, I think it's a popular proverb, but she says, if you sell your family for 1 penny, you can't buy them back for $1 million. And so, in other words, the way if you put your family down in front of your spouse or anyone, everybody's also going to help you to put them down. If you set your family on a high pedestal for your spouse or for everybody, that's exactly the way everybody else is going to, you know, treat your family. And I think he was very particular about that, about all, you know, not just his family, but, you know, everybody, all the people that are special to him. You know, he treats them in high regard. So I have no choice but to do the same. And the same thing for my family. He knows that I don't joke around with my family, and he also took up that same attitude and regard for family as well. So I think you can set the tone for how your spouse interacts with in-laws by the way that you present them and the way that you treat them and the way that you talk about them. So it's very, very important. Very, very important.
Even sometimes I do the same thing. I could speak to her mom for a whole week. We could have conversation that she never have any idea about. But sometimes when I now see her with my mom talking, and they're talking alone, and I'm trying to poke nose, and my mom was like, "No, it's not your business." I feel kind of jealous. I'm like, what is it? This is my mom, but you know, but in my mind I'm like, wait, but I do the same to her too. That, and sincerely, there are some conversations that I've had with her mom that she probably don't know right now. That's how close. So, and it's because I gain that trust through communication and the report of how I've been able to manage my wife, how I've been able to treat my wife. And then also my mom could trust her because of the way she has seen her relate with me, the way she had been able to manage and support me over the years. So this thing is not something that happens overnight. You build it, you keep building it, it doesn't stop. And then I agree, sometimes you could have some terrible in-laws, but guess what? Now we're talking about the reality of Christian marriage. Maybe God sent you to that family to win that person's soul. How about that? So let's think about the flip side, but always look at what will bring peace to your family without struggle, without yanking anything. And as I speak to you right now, I have a wonderful relationship with my in-laws. I call them anytime. We speak and we speak freely. The same way, my wife, like I said, the relationship between my wife and my mom is something else. Sometimes my mom feels comfortable to tell my wife something. I think I was asking my mom for something that she needed, and she was like, I shouldn't bother. I'm like, right, she was supposed to talk to my wife. I'm like, okay, so you cannot talk to me about it. He said, no, that she talked to my wife, and that was it. She didn't say anything about it again. I felt somehow, to be honest. But you know, all that can happen because of the relationship through consistent communication. The way I speak to my mom, my mother-in-law, is a whole lot of time, and she's been able to build confidence. In fact, I've shown up at her doorstep, unannounced. I've shown her how much I value her. You can't show your in-laws how much you value them and they will hate you. Let's be honest. You can't. So you are the one that have work to do on your side, not to change them, but to change yourself, and that will now in turn be them changing the way they see you. You need to prove that. They don't know you before. They don't know where you're coming from compared to their own daughter or son or their own siblings that they have known all their life. You're just coming in like 4 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 1 year, whatever. They need to trust you, and you need to make them trust you. It's not their job. It's your job. So you do it peacefully, lovingly. But like I say, when you have love, genuine love inside of you, it will reflect in everything you do for them. Even when there's quarrel, it's bound to happen because you guys are you don't know each other before, and then there might be some friction here and there. Because of the love you have for them, it has a way of handling all of those things and be fine. Is there any final word you want to say before we round up today?
Well, I just want to say that I remember I was asking you when before your mom came to visit us, I was asking like, okay, what should I expect? Because I had heard a lot of terrible stories about mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationships, and I just was concerned. I was concerned about what the relationship would be like. And he told me, he said, no, not my mom. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That should be fine. And truly, she came and she just was loving and open and free. And because she came with that loving attitude, I responded in the same way. And she has told me, she said, I appreciate how you treated me. You treated me like a mother and not like a mother-in-law. She said that countless times. And truly, she has been a mother. I've learned a lot from her. She's taught me a lot of things. And yeah, we've had quarrels here and there, but we know how to settle ourselves. It's not something we don't drag out issues. If something happens, she'll tell me, listen, what you did, it wasn't good enough. Let's try to improve. Or I say, mommy, what happened? I didn't, So we figure out how to manage ourselves and manage the relationship. But I think the number one thing that has been really, really helpful for us is love. Is that we both came with a heart and an attitude of love towards each other, and the rest has really kind of worked itself out. And so I guess that would be an encouragement to everyone. Yeah, we know we hear horror stories, we hear different kinds of things, but like you said, if you're adding value and if you're coming with a spirit of love, everybody wants love. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. So if you come with that spirit of love, then it's a seed that you're planting. You're going to get the reward. You're going to get the harvest.
The Bible that says that how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in love and unity. How pleasant. It's so pleasant. It's so pleasant. And we're talking about Christian marriage here. How do you prove that you're a Christian if you're coming with hatred into that marriage against your in-law? It won't work. It won't work. Like I said, maybe the soul that the Lord wants to add to your further honor when you get to heaven are your in-laws. Let's just say they don't know Christ. Maybe they are, and that's a job for you. But you don't even need to preach to them too much. Your character, your love life will speak volume. It will speak volume. But we pray today for everyone that is having any issue currently with their in-laws and is bringing some kind of unrest to your family. We speak peace, that the Lord Almighty will grant you wisdom on how to manage this, and that peace and harmony can be back into your marriage and into the relationship between you and your in-laws. That you guys will be loving each other more than ever before, and then you put the devil to shame.
Amen.
And we need to understand something. The devil doesn't want the marriage to be at peace. So he throws all kind of tantrums. He does all kind of funny things just to create some friction, some pressure, and then so the devil knows the end product. You don't know. You just think about that. Oh, do you know how my mother spoke to me? Do you know how my listener spoke to me? Do you know what they said to me? Far more than that, the devil has a target, and you don't want to be the one that will support the mission of the devil in your home, in the relationship between you and your in-laws. It can get better. You look at what you need to do on your side, and trust me, your in-laws, they will find a way around. You can't be good at all times, and then things will look so ugly. And we'll bring this session to an end today, and next time we're going to be talking about something else. But if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, why subscribe and share this. Let someone know how they can manage relationship with their in-laws. That's why we should share our story, so that you can know that, yeah, like my wife said, we had issues with my mother-in-law, and we find a way around. We always getting better every day. So please share this video and bless somebody else. Until see next time, when we bring another guest. My name is still Ayodele Fushi, and my wife is still
Yemi Anifushi.
And our channel is James Ward. So help yourself, subscribe, and you will be blessed. God bless you. This is still Great Father, Great Husband. Bye.